to where I just put my lip gloss. Yes, 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 you guys, I'm late, but it is better than me not showing up. Everybody just left my house. And if any of you guys are still up, let's chat. I just finished cooking. I had my sisters and stuff over. And it did interrupt my regularly scheduled Friday program. But I thought instead of putting this off until tomorrow, I will pop in. Hey, Jenny. Hey, Tamara. Hey, Erica. Hey, April. Glad to see that you guys are still up. It's 9 o'clock on a Friday. Hey, JD. Hey, Miss Carol. I'm sorry I'm late, you guys. I actually almost did leave you guys for dead, but I don't want to do that anymore. Sorry, I just ushered the last bit of my guests and stuff. You're about to step out in a little, Erica? Okay. I figured that this was too late to catch everybody, but my cousin called me earlier today and she wanted to go out again for hookah. So that was the original plan. But then she texts back because she's going through a situation. Her baby daddy is trying to get money out of her. She is the sole custodial parent of their child, has been a single mom for the past 15 years since their son has been alive, and now her baby daddy is trying to get child support out of her because he has visitations on the weekend, so he wants child support for the weekends that he has his child. Um, and he served my cousin today, and she called and was like, yes. What's so sad is that, anyways, my cousin called me and was like, I'm too pissed off to go to Lava. I'm coming over at 6 with a bottle of wine. And what I always say, I cook. I'll go ahead and cook. Call Alicia and Lynette, my sisters, tell them to come over here and we'll make it a thing. So that's what we end up doing. I made homemade chicken nuggets, fried shrimp, and french fries. And I made a homemade Polynesian sauce. And I also made a sauce for the shrimp that my cousin from Jacksonville taught me about. And we had drinks. So I just sent everybody home a little tipsy. I'm a little tipsy too. But I didn't. I'm always here. That's why they call me JD. When they going through something, they call Mocha. And they usually say, I'm coming over there with a bottle. And I usually say, well, I'll cook. Um, so we're all a little tipsy. It happens so fast. One moment, my hair is oily as hell. Probably my skin too, Remy. Thank you for being observative. But I just finished frying food. I've been frying food for the past couple hours, so I may be a little oily, but that's all right. Chad, I just said I just finished cooking, and everybody was here to eat. So can I cook? Would everybody be assembling at my house for food if I couldn't? Theodore, I'm doing well. So I actually don't have a topic. If you guys want me to take a peek at a topic, then let me know in the chat. Show them cheeks. All right, let me find something to talk to y'all about so I can get up out y'all face, because I'm too tipsy for the trolls tonight, and I'll be done cussed y'all out. Forgot I was on YouTube and cussed y'all clean out. Just clean. Just forget all my media training and PR and cussed y'all clean out. Like Dina would. Not like Adina, beyond the veil Adina. No, the way Dina would. right. Can I read Mariah Carey and how she's feeling about her new music? I don't think she feels anything. I think she needed something to do. I cannot not enjoy my buzz, Erica. It's beyond a buzz that I can control enjoying. I'm at that level now where I'm enjoying everything. That's why the trolls can get cussed out real quick because I would enjoy it. And April said, listen, y'all are better off with any of my other mods except for April. She never even mods and she's a mod because she be like, I let the other mods handle it because they nicer. I be ready to fight. So y'all, if April isn't here modding, then y'all got a problem. Y'all got much more leniency with every other mod but April. She's my Aries and she do not like y'all like that. Whenever I speak to her personally, she always bring up the chat and how pissed off she be. So y'all be nice because April is in here tonight and she don't like y'all. April don't like y'all. She don't like nobody who disrespects. And I see she modding tonight. She done already said sorry, JD, so she must have done cut somebody's head off already. How Millie's case will turn out. Is Millie Milagro, is that who you mean, Tamara? You don't like April Peter Pan? Bye. The fuck? The fuck? Listen, if you don't like my mods, you will be removed before my mods are. Please do not disrespect my mods. I love them. April is the one that you keep in the cut. You know, she the goon. She don't talk much. She just be ducked off low key in the back with her herb and whatever else. But when some shit go down, she probably gonna be the first and the last one you see, besides me. And she be like, yeah, I be seeing the other mods and I let them do their thing. But when things get too rough, I don't be like it. Oh, all right. I'm here, JD. I'm tired, but I came through. What's the perk of being a mod? It's none of your business. If you're asking about perks, then you're not qualified for the job. You be seeing April, JD just real quiet. She don't even say much in the chat. Real quiet. I wouldn't even know she was in here had she not spoke first, and then I seen her blocking people. I was like, where the hell April come from? But she in here blocking people. So. All right, somebody asked me to look and see how Millie. Tamara, you didn't clarify if you were talking about Milagro, but she's the only Millie that would have a case. I assume that's who you're talking about. So sure, I'll peek. Do it clap? I think you mean Big Talk TV. Does it clap? Not do it clap. Does it clap? Grammar, honey. Grammar. You're worried about it clapping, and you didn't even ask the question right. Y'all be out of y'all league asking questions on a collegiate level when you're typing at an elementary. You know what? You know what? Shaq, yo she clap. What is my she? Aunt. Okay, Tamara, I got you. I'll ask about her. Tamara, I'll. What is a she? That's how y'all say shit without the T now? Y'all don't even be putting the T on there. Y'all just so lazy to spell. Y'all won't even put the T on shit. It's just shit now. It's just shit. Shit. Just shit now. Because the T is too much work. Come on, man, y'all. He means my booty. I know what the fuck he means, but he has to ask grammatically correct before I can even assess his question. Can we see the cake, please, mommy? Oh, no, papi. No, papi. I don't know where Sissy is. She's probably somewhere turned up. We gonna let Sissy do her thing. Tiara, you did walk into a mess. Is this how it goes down at the later hour? Because it's not even this bad at 6. But at 9 o'clock, y'all trolls is out of control. All right, Milagro. Let's take a look and see how her case is going to turn out because Tamira asked. Tamira asked. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get my Florida water. Oh, you had a cold, JD? I'm sorry. Will, listen, the trolls aren't new here. They're almost as infamous as you guys are. They know why I'm here. That's why the trolls are here. They know who to interrupt or try to interrupt. You can tell I used to be beautiful. Oh, what? 2 seconds ago? Did you call me a gorilla, Aaron? Oh, God bless the walking dead, for they used to have a soul too. All right. Most High Mother and Father God, please allow me to conjure up the spirit, soul, and collective energy of Milagro, Mob Radio. Milagro. She has a case going on right now with Megan Thee Stallion because she has been speaking about Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion, and Megan Thee Stallion doesn't like it, so she filed some sort of suit against her. Can you please allow me to see how Milagro's case will turn out? What will be the outcome for Milagro Grams in her case with Megan Thee Stallion? Hey, Samara. I haven't seen you in a while. Hello, Terrence T. Money from Detroit. What would be the outcome for Milagro Grams in her case with Megan Thee Stallion? Um, didn't she just get a new attorney? Now, before I start, the last time I saw anything related to her was, I think, the last time I read either Tori or Megan. And I remember seeing something in there, and I said it, but I didn't elaborate because I wasn't reading her, and it would have caused me to go into her situation. But I remember saying that I was happy at that situation happened with her getting dropped by Unite the People and their legal team because I don't trust when legal people and attorneys and stuff see somebody that's a celebrity or celebrity adjacent going through something and they start volunteering to help. For me, it's either a setup or it's a clout chase situation. And I always kind of lean towards it being a little bit of both. Now, I hadn't read her situation, so I couldn't see exactly what it was, but I did feel like her being dropped by them was good because I don't think that they would have had her best interests at heart. They were also defending Tory Lanez, I believe. And whatever happened with him, I think it made a lot of them feel like they needed to kind of cut ties with her. I don't think that they would have defended her properly. So I think it's a good thing that she did go because I think that they would have ended up sabotaging her in the long run if they hadn't already done it now. I think she has a new legal team. So now whatever stalling in her case it's been or any, back and forth while she was trying to find a new attorney, she's found him and now things can go along accordingly. It's this person named Kino who is a barb strategist and an indigo who told Millie to delete her Discord. Now they asking for the Discord service. So she's so prideful and silly. I don't know what's going on. I don't know, Kino. I didn't know that it was a such thing as a barb strategist. That sounds like something that you need a degree for. Also, an indigo. What is an indigo? I'm so lost. This is where my auntie is kicking in, my auntiness. All right. The moon. Challenging. I'm just going to say to Milagro, you be very, very, very careful. Because I don't think not everything is it seems to be. I still think that you have people around you who are dog whistling to get you in trouble. Now, I have seen some clips from her stuff. This is how I know of her because I see clips of her stuff from a page called, I think, Karmic Resolution or something like that. And it just posts things. Hey, all in the cards, my love. How are you, honey bunny? I ain't seen you in so long. I hope you're doing well. I see that Karmic Resolution page posting her stuff, and I see them posting other people's stuff as well. I don't think that they should. Am I related to Sexy Red? You tried it. Okay, you tried it. Let's not get beside ourselves now. Okay. Um, she has some people that I think are sabotaging her. I also remember when I read Tory Lanez and I saw her come up in it. I mentioned that people were going to try to get between them. I think that worked, but I also think that there's something going on now that she can't trust. I think somebody's trying to set her up or sabotage her. People are dog whistling, dog calling about her. Maybe when she does her shows and stuff, that Karmic Resolution, I know they post everything that she does because that's how I keep up with her because they always post it and they're always on my page and I listen to it when I'm having 420. And they're always posting about her, but recently they start posting someone else that seems like they're involved in her case with Megan. This sounds to be a gentleman, and he usually speaks on Milagros stuff. And he seems to speak on it in defense of Megan, maybe, or against Milagro. I just think that there have been people that have come into the equation that have convoluted the waters, and somebody's trying to set her up. She needs to be very, 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 very careful. Very, very, very careful. Because there's someone that's dog calling, meaning like looking for a way to get her caught up in something, almost trying to bait her. Somebody's trying to bait her into something. She should be careful. She should be careful. Because while her and Tori are dealing with their situations with Rock Nation, there's this crustacean coming out of the murky waters to bite one or both of them in the butt, whoever they can get to first. She should be careful of things like setups. She should be careful of things like illusions, things seeming like one situation but not being, people presenting themselves one way and having bad. I think she is in a very sticky situation. I think there's a trap, maybe one or multiple traps laid for her. She should be careful with everyone and everything these days if she's not. In the past, I think that Tory Lanez, his case got steam. A lot of people got behind his situation. A lot of new people, a lot of new energy got behind his situation, and it caused like a disassociation where it seemed like they were almost in things together, whether they were or not. That's what it looked like to the public. Milagro and Tory Lanez. Well, in the recent past, his stabbing and the new life that it breathed into his case and how it turned so many people into activists on his behalf, that's caused his situation to be the Knight of Wands. It's taken off and it's almost left her and her situation behind, like to fend for herself alone. Now, I don't know if that was always their situation, but from the outside looking in, it seems like they're like Bonnie and, not Bonnie and Clyde, but it seemed like they would be in this together. But this in the past tells me his situation took off. It's getting more steam. People are more interested in saving him. Meanwhile, she's kind of left in the dust, it seems like. Two of Cups in reverse in the near future. I would just like to say, do I know King Von? He's no longer here. I am closer to 40 than I'm closer to his age, and I've never lived in Chicago, so no, I don't know him. I don't even know his music, but rest in peace to that man. Milagro, if her and Tory Lanez still have a relationship, and if she still thinks that it's mutual, either her or him, it's not so mutual anymore. Not so mutual. I see a rift in a relationship that she's in. I know she's supposed to be married. This could be her significant other. This could be a friend. I think it's the Tory Lanez situation. Because of the way both of their cases have been taking off and in the new developments, it's almost like they can't maintain the same relationship that they've had in the past. It's too much has happened by now that's changed their dynamic. Not saying they'll fall out in beef, but I don't see them being mutually beneficial to each other anymore. Somebody, I said in the past, if there was somebody that was trying to get in between them, the seeds have been planted. Divide and conquer. And this is what's happening here with her and Tory Lanez. Her first attorney said that they didn't represent her. I think they said it had something to do with funds. I don't think it had everything to do with funds. I think that Unite the People thought that it wasn't as beneficial as it seemed to be at the beginning to take on her case. Like it got too sticky for them to take on both her and Tory or whatever stance they were in. They kind of, I don't want to say played her because I don't think their intention was to sabotage her from the beginning, but it's like they played themselves. They were so anxious and overzealous to take up her case because it was such a big case and they probably trying to make a name for themselves, but they were too overzealous and I think they got in over their heads and then pushed it off on her not paying or whatever. I also wonder um, if her shows are bringing in the same amount of money as they were. And I don't know if that would be a result to her switching platforms, as I heard she said she'd be doing, or if somebody's sabotaging her. I know somebody said that her Twitter was sabotaged or something. Her funds may, like, if she's taking an account of things, I think she's taking an account of things to see what's lucrative for her currently and what's no longer working. Something's going on with her shows, her viewership or something, and maybe one of the platforms she's been on that she's unhappy with, which caused her to want to move. But there's a logistic behind it. She did take some analytics, and I don't know if it's the money she's looking at coming in from her shows or if it's some sabotage where she's having to move her platform around. But there's something going on here with her platform and the logistics or the money that she makes from it. Hey, Phoenix. Hey, Jasmine. Hey, Lex. She moved to Patreon. She doing it for the money. I mean, most people on YouTube are. This tells me that despite the things that she's going through, she still presents herself to be unbothered. It's like she's going through a lot, but she continues to do her show, maybe because she needs it. I think she may not want, maybe she may not want to do as much as she did, especially right now while she's going through this case, but she has to. I wonder how having to continue to do her shows while she's going through this case situation is affecting her mental health. Because I feel a little bit of anxiety. I think Team Tori left her high and dry. I think she went out on a limb for them. And now they're going out on a limb for themselves. And I see both sides. Because, you know, defending somebody is a choice. And you're doing it because you want to help them. But I can see feeling like, dang, shit got sticky and I got left in a situation that I can't defend on my own. Get better, Phoenix. Be healed right now. I also think that there are parties that are wanting to wear her down. She's I think that she has a lot of pressure coming from a lot of different places, whether she knows or not. She's got a lot of people working against her, whether she knows it or not. Seeing this spread, if it were me, if this was my reading, I wouldn't trust nobody at this moment, not even my mama. At this moment, nobody would be trustworthy to me. Hopes and fears. I think that this is her new representation. Maybe she had to retain them monetarily for them to represent her. And her hopes and fears may be that she can maintain something monetary, whether it's to pay her lawyers or to keep herself afloat while she's going through a case. Whatever platform she's on now, I think that she's looking at it like it's more lucrative than the others. Outcome of her case. This Three of Pentacles in reverse makes me wonder if she's going to have to go through another shakeup with her team. I don't feel like her current legal team is secure. And if she has to pay them, I just wonder if keeping them on the payroll will be an issue. I'll clarify this because I don't know, but she may have some more team issues. JD is in here going in on her. My goodness, JD, tell us how you feel for real. All right, Three of Pentacles in reverse. May have something to do with money. Tori. I think that now that this Tory Lane situation, Milagro, I kind of now wish you wouldn't have done this. And maybe you have to. because you stuck your nose out here and your nose is going to be on the line to protect itself. Your legal team now, make sure, I'm just going to say, make sure that you got the coin to pay them at all time, because if you don't, they're not going to be incentivized to take on this situation because of who they're up against. And Rock Nation has the resources and the means to make things really tough for you and whoever supports you. Like, be a bully. Not everybody is up for that. Rock Nation, whoever is supporting whoever they're against, then they will eat away at their support systems first and foremost. That's their strategy, it seems like. Work on whoever is supporting you. Then when you have no leg to stand on, I did, Lex, I did that on Wednesday. That's the live I did previous to this. They're they're gonna go after whomever aligns themselves with or supports Milagro. She's a table, and they are going to cut off the legs of the table so that all the table part has to stand on is the ground. Even your legal defense. So they have to be paid up so that that can be their incentive to protect her or to help her. Because if not, Team Rock gonna put the pressure on, I believe. They're gonna put the pressure on and try to scare everybody away. The problem is, though, I don't even think that Megan Thee Stallion fully has Rock Nation support like that. I think that they're in bed with her in this situation, so they have to see it through. Because if they were to completely abandon her, it would negatively impact them. But I don't think she has their support like she did before. I only think they're supporting her because they're a co-conspirator, I believe, in this situation. So saving her means saving them. Otherwise, I think that Megan Thee Stallion would be left high and dry by Rock Nation. But they got to see this through for their own sake, I believe. I wonder what her label situation is, though. What her label support situation, because I don't feel any support coming from the higher ups any more than they have to give her in order for them to protect themselves. Milagro, I see you fighting this battle and nobody else wanting to get in the ring because they're up against such a powerful entity. They're scared of Jay-Z, and yes, I see that. I see Milagro being very much not scared. And I mean, say what you want about her, but she's standing 10 toes down on business, not afraid. While everybody else don't want to get in the ring, not even to assert opinions that they do have. So I will note that she got heart. More heart than a lot of these men out here. Shaking and shivering. And here she is fighting this battle and still, doing her shows and stuff like that. But women, we get down like that. Everybody else is afraid of getting a lawsuit, but they all believe in Free Tory. I mean, other platforms, other celebrities, they all believe in Free Tory, but they're afraid of the rock machine. All right, sir, one more card about Milagros' case. How will it end up? Milagro, ultimately, the energy is that she's left alone in this situation. Everything she's doing it alone. It seems like she'll have to, I don't know. I think that she may have to make sure she has the money to pay her team, because if she doesn't, they'll abandon her too. And not saying like they're wrong for that, because they're lawyers, they're hired to do their job, but it's almost like they came into it like, if she can't pay us, she's shit out of luck. I also think there's something going on with her shows, so she'll have to continue to do her shows so that she can make whatever money she's bleeding out in this situation. I have a concern about her current legal team, though. I don't know if they're going to be able to see it all the way through for her. Um, Rosia, why would you do that? I think uh, she has a someone that she consults. I think she already has someone that she consults. And I'm saying that because somebody just texted me about this reading I'm doing. Um, I'm actually absolutely familiar. I've heard her speak on psychics before. So I don't know if she's friendly to people like me. But okay, sure. Be careful, girl. And my books are open for services. Listen, get you some court case work done, get you a fuck around and find out, and watch what happens. Anybody else? Anything else while we here chilling? I'm gonna stay here till about 10 because I'm tired. Ever since I've been cooking since 4:30, about 5 o'clock, over the stove frying stuff. Are we doing members only? Oh God, I don't need to know my fate, because the most beautiful thing is streaming live right now. Thank you, Renee. That's so sweet. Halle Bailey, perhaps. Pink Flames. If you're tired, it's okay. I just got here. I don't want to neglect my members though, because you guys pay for me. From the neighborhood talk, do you have no-goes as far as who you'll accept as a client? I don't know. I won't know unless I get approached by somebody and then I just be like, oh, hell no. DJ Academics, he's a no-go. That's the only thing I got right now. DJ Academics. I don't care how much he offered me. I wouldn't pay. I wouldn't service him. And that's just because of my personal bias. I don't like him. That's the only person I can think of. Nobody is unredeemable to me. I'm not God, so I don't judge. And Some of my clients are people that you guys would probably be like, Adina, that should be a no-go. That person is horrible. But hey, if people need help, my job is to help. As long as you're not asking me to do no bullshit. What else is there to say about um, G Block? What's that? Trump and Elon's beef? Man, I need a whole lot for that. Yeah, DJ Academics, he's a no-go. I wouldn't do any services for him. None. None. I would do a service for his chair though. I would do a service for DJ Academics' chair because it needs it. It's the victim in all of this. It's the real victim in all of this. I pity the chair. That's it though. Tell his chair to call me. Because I can imagine what it has to inhale while he's sitting there letting out Hennessy poots because he be there streaming for hours. So I know his chair is having to consume those Hennessy poots. And liquor farts are nothing nice. They be hot, they be wet, and they be extra stank. So it's the chair. It's the chair that my soul pities. And if anybody wants to book a consultation or a service, a fuck around and find out for DJ Academics chair, if you guys want to donate one for his chair, I'd be more than willing to take up that client. God forbid the legs would just break in his next live. The next time he sat in it, the legs would give out and the chair would just be no longer. Okay. Well, you guys asked if there was a no-go, and God damn it, it's like DJ Academics, but his chair deserves justice. I'm just saying. DDG and Hallie, sure. I'll ask how Hallie's currently feeling. I'll ask how DDG currently feels. In the morning, I have a graduation party to go to at 5 o'clock. Tomorrow, I will be on my members live. I like to do it at night because you guys are home. I'd be nervous about doing it in the daytime because you guys might be busy. But it's Saturday. So meet me here tomorrow at noon. Members, we'll shoot the shits for a couple of hours. I'll read a few things for my members because I can't do a members live after this. I am tired. It's almost 10 o'clock. I've had consultations today. I've had real estate today. My cousin called needing girl time, so I had to cook. I don't want to neglect y'all, so my members will be here at noon tomorrow, shooting the shits, reading the things, shooting the shits. If you guys are busy, just watch the replay. Do you guys know that I took my members with me to collect graveyard dust? I needed some fresh graveyard dust, and I took my members to do so with me. You guys will also get other behind the scenes sneak peeks as I prepare for the Fuck Around and Find Out. My doctorate program tier members, they will get better stuff. They'll get more top secret stuff. But my members will get behind the scenes watching me prepare. Yes, 12 o'clock my time, EST. I'm trying to not tell anybody no. My family has a lot going on. Graduations, graduation parties. I forgot about the one tomorrow because she graduated last weekend. God damn it. Why is the party tomorrow? But I also don't want to neglect you guys. It's why I'm here tonight, because I'm fucking tired right now. You ain't got to thank me for coming on. I told you guys I would be here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So it's my job to be here. I do worry. I don't want y'all to break up with me. I gotta have my 420 after this, then I'll go to bed. I don't want y'all to break up with me. I don't want y'all to think that if I don't be here for 2 days, then I'm not coming back. It's just a lot going on. It's the summer. It's a lot going on. Shanice, it's demon time over here. I don't play with demons. I don't play with them. We do real business. You play with demons. I don't. When I call them, I send them on errands. We don't play games. You do, though. You play with demons all the time. I'm sure you got a baby daddy somewhere that ain't about nothing. Talking about I play with demons. Check the ninjas you mess with and then talk to me about what kind of demons you be playing with. Some of these men that be smiling up in y'all face, those are the demons that you be worried about me conjuring up, and you be letting them in your vaginas. So leave me alone. I don't let demons in my vagina. You do. Talking about I'm playing with demons. That was a girl, too, talking about I'm in here playing with demons. Girl, go find your baby's father or somebody. Go find somebody who canceled you because your vagina wasn't sticking like macaroni and grits. Girl, go on somewhere. I got demons on my payroll. I'm too tired for this tonight. Lord, y'all got me on demon time. Now, who wants to play with a demon? If you get a demon, you don't play with it. You employ it. Bitch, you give it something to do. Play with demons, bitch. I don't even play to my radio. I use Pandora. I don't even play the radio. When I was a child, I ain't play with dolls. You a demon in the bed, Corey? I doubt it. I doubt it. Because it's a Friday night and you here on YouTube not being a demon in the bed with somebody's daughter. So I doubt it. It was cute though. It's a cute idea. But Auntie got too much game, too much experience. How you a demon in the bed on a Friday night in my YouTube live? Because if you was a demon like that, it's Friday. Somebody's daughter would be legs to the moon. But here you are, talking about you a demon in the bed. I bet that's what DDG said to get Hallie to spread her mermaid fins to the moon. And y'all just be so naive. And y'all be letting these men talk y'all and lie and fanta lie straight into y'all draws, talking about they a demon in the bed. I bet that's what that's what DDG told Hallie, because he corny and green and young. Oh, you know I'm a demon in the bed. And she was like, oh, flipper me timbers. Flipper me timbers. Girl, kids, child play, child's play. And here we are in a custody situation with my subscribers asking me to look into their stuff. Convince me of that right now. I don't believe a word they... Listen, the last man who tried to boast and brag his way. You know what he said when I was through with him?
I think I need to start going to the gym.
And I just shook my head and I said, sir, that ain't gonna help you either. Your God can't save you here. Once you enter my lair, your God can't save you here. That's why I don't be worried about these men's be doing all that bragging and boasting. Auntie gonna sit down and let you lie to yourself. Tell it to one of these girls with no grip. Okay? Tell it to a girl with no grip. Just let them talk. I just be sitting there, I don't know, Tiara. I like so many of them. Maybe Suspiria. Suspiria. The new version. Tiara. That's what I said. Every moment I move, my wig do not slip, troll. What is wrong with you trolls tonight? It's late. Y'all bored. I love Bill Keys, but yes. All right, let me see. Not worth your precious time. Netflix, JD. I like Fall of the House of Usher. Love it. I've watched it several times. It's about making pacts with evil spirit to gain wealth and then not paying those dues, and then the evil spirit comes to collect. And y'all know I like that kind of shit. Fall of the House of Usher. Love it. That's on Netflix. Netflix they ain't been doing it for me lately. I think that was the last best one for me. Always run their mouth and then leave us disappointed. Just disappointed and hormonal. That's why I don't be studying these men. They be humping on these little young girls, chasing after these teeny boppers who don't know no better. That's how they be getting their heads boosted up. Then they come talk to Auntie with that same lying fallacy. But them little girls that they be running behind that be fawning over him because they young and don't know no better, they ain't learned how to work their muscles yet. But Auntie has. So Auntie don't be worrying about what these men be talking about what they do in somebody's bed. What about the flow? What about the car? You know, that's how I know you ain't about that life, talking about what you would do in the bed. And here I am, swinging off chandeliers. You still too vanilla for me, Uncle Daddy. All right. Spirit, what is the energy current? Spirit, how does DDG currently feel with his legal battle with his child's mother, Halle Bailey? How does DDG currently feel about Halle and about his current court and legal battle over Halo? What are his current feelings? Hold me and read you WW2 stories? Listen, now there's a troll I can work with. I was gonna say y'all let that troll stay for a second, but April was too quick. Don't worry about him. Let him stay gone. You ain't gotta bring him back. But that troll said, "Can you hold me and read me World War II stories?" And you know what? That's the kind of troll I like. Say something to catch my attention, okay? Y'all got to say something that crazy to catch my attention in the sea of comments. Because that did it. I was like, excuse me, what? Sure. Back in 1917, there was a boy. No, don't bring him back, April. Back in the days of Confederacy, there was a boy named Bill whose father went off to fight and came back missing a leg. Oh gosh. Now that's a troll I can get jiggy with. Trolls, if you're gonna be here and you're gonna troll me, you gotta make it witty. You gotta stand out, say something to make me giggle, because I'll allow it. I will allow it. He said, can I hold him and read him WW2 stories? And you know what? Hell yeah. Right in my bosom. While the sound of a musket and bombs goes off in the background. Absolutely. I'm going to give him the horror story version too. It's going to be World War II from the perspective of a nigga. World War II, but on a plantation from the perspective of a slave. All up in this story. It's going to be ghosts, juju, slave women doing woo on massa when he come back from fighting, child putting red brick dust in they gunpowder smoke. Putting High John the Conqueror root in they musket so it backfire on them. While Massa and his boys was out fighting in the war, Weeze was at the plantation conjuring. See, Mrs., she liked to keep herself some alcohol, some moonshine, 'cause she didn't like to be present with all the fighting going on. She couldn't take all the war. So she liked to numb herself down with some herbs and turpentine and some moonshine brewed from the slave quarters, and she'd be out asleep. And while Massa and them was down doing their Confederate war business, we's crept on in there and left our charm bags and our spiritual traps. And that's how we's freed ourselves in World War II. These in. These in. Now, I don't think that's the kind of story he was asking me to tell, but goddamn it, I'm the narrator in this here story. See, Massa was gone. During the war, Massa was gone. Him and the other men, they had business to take care of. Good night, Tierra. And Mrs., she just wanted to drink and be asleep the whole time. And the slaves used all this freedom to do their woo on Massa in his house. So days would creep up in there when Massa was gone tending to the woe business and Mrs. was knocked out under her herbs and turpentine. And they leave their things all throughout the house. And every week, Massa came home more mad and more mad because it seemed like the Confederates was losing the war. And he thought, we's doing everything right. Why is our side losing the war? And whenever Weeze hear him in the house smacking Mrs. around, taking out his frustrations out on her, we'd sit there and know that it was our works hidden up under his beds and in the floorboards that was making him crazy and making him and his boys lose the war. So eventually, the Confederates lost the war, and the slaves was free because they was working the wool while the whites was out there fighting each other. These in, these in. Not getting transported back to the 1800s. Well, at least in these 1800s, you learn about how the black peoples really freed themselves. And it wasn't that war. No, it was because when days was fighting each other, the white man from north and the white man from south fighting each other, we's was creeping up in the house, leaving our wool, leaving our charm bags, And what happened? What do you know? Both of the white men's lost the war. The North white man and the South white man's lost the war because they set us free. Days was fighting each other to find out who's was gonna have more control over us. But because we was working our wool when Days was fighting, they fought each other so much that they set us free. These in, these end. Too bad that young fella wasn't around to hear his story, 'cause I gave him one. I surely did. I surely did. All right. DDG, how's he currently feeling about this situation, this legal battle with Hallie? He's probably feeling like his team is not going to be able to endure against Hallie's team. I think he feels discouraged in his team. He say this is what happened when you shut down mental asylums. You get people like him up in my chat, probably still watching me and not able to let go. You know what's crazy? Finding yourself in a room full of other crazy people and engaging with them. I don't know how long that young man was just in this live before he decided to comment and say something about a mental asylum. So that means he's been in here for at least a minute watching me in order to come to the conclusion that I was crazy. But instead of seeing his way out, because that's what I would do if I accidentally walked into a room full of crazies, I'd just walk back out. He commented because he too is a crazy like us. I think that he's not feeling so optimistic with his team. I think he's nervous about going up against Hallie's team. I think that because the judge seemed to favor her, I think whatever he was trying to do, like a retaliation in the courts by filing something against her, making her look bad, not saying that she doesn't. I've been told y'all, I think these two kids who was tussling with each other. But I think that he tried to also strike out at her and the courts didn't allow it. I just think that DDG hates the fact that it seems like the courts will probably favor her because he just had a situation where I guess they didn't approve whatever he tried to file. I think he doesn't feel optimistic currently about winning this against Haley, especially since he put stuff out and the courts was like, "Sir, don't try it." I think DDG is feeling unoptimistic. Now let's see how Hallie feels, and then I'm gonna slide up out of here. You just did. Saying, "Can I ask you a question?" You literally just asked me a question. Dina got family across the country. I do. What y'all talking about? Where we at? Spirit, how is Halle Bailey currently feeling about her legal battle with her child's father, DDG? How's Halle currently feeling with this legal battle that she's experiencing with DDG? I'm built like a Stephenson 2-18. I don't know what that is. But your name is Marshall Worthington. You sound like a founding father. You sound like you were in World War II. That's probably why you're insulting me, because you fought in World War II. Marshall Worthington, you sound like one of the Confederates. You sound like a founding father that fought with the Confederates in World War II, and it seems like me trolling you upset you because I spoke about a very, very, very sensitive time for you, Sir Marshall Worthington. That's why you're upset, because I brought back some memories from your time in the war. But listen, don't be on here with black people if you're an old Confederate soldier and you're going to be triggered because I'm black. You know I'm going to say something that's going to trigger you. Marshall Worthington. This sounds like your name would be on the Constitution. If I searched it, it sounds like your name would be somewhere in there. Marshall Worthington. It sounds constitutional to me. That's the best thing I can do. Everybody deserves to. You can say something nice about everyone. Sir, your name sounds constitutional. He does. His name is Marshall Worthington. You can't get more founding father and constitutional and presidential than that. I bet he has a statue in North Carolina where Tierra and them live. An old Confederate statue downtown on the square. I'm telling y'all. You only got one fan on your OnlyFans, and it's my uncle. I don't have an OnlyFans, so I don't know whose OnlyFans you own, but baby, you done stumbled. It ain't mine, so I don't know what you gonna see over there. Very colonizer. Marshall Worthington, I mean, he sounds like he led the troops, actually. He sounds like he led the 32nd Battalion in World War II. Down there in Carolina, where y'all talking about, the 2nd Battalion. Only he survived. You got one leg, a thumb, and that's why he typing. He typing with that thumb. Just the thumb though. And I'd be angry too, typing in a chat with one thumb. The chat moved too fast, so you got to. I get it. I get it. Only finger he got blew up in the war, in World War II. So hearing me talk about it this way, oh, that thumb is burning. You know what? Calm down before you burn that little nub off. That little nub. All right, Hallie. Speaking of nub, how you feeling about your nub of a baby daddy? Child. Aries, Libra, that's sister signs. They polarity. Same, two different sides of the same coin. It was always only going to work out in the honeymoon phase because they're each other's polarity. I can't, Tierra, because my one thumb will not allow me to hit the end button until after I check in on Haley. Still bigger than my brain? Doubt it. Probably isn't even bigger than my nipple. These insults with these trolls, they really, with these second grade insults, still bigger than your brain. Oh, come on now. DDG is a Libra and Hallie is an Aries. Yes. You watching me live from South Africa? Hello, in the colonized version of the motherland. Hello, South Africa. Beautiful South Africa. But apartheid, did you guys ever recover? South Africa is the most, isn't that where the whites was like, yes, we can get this part? Hallie was never romantically his type. I said that too. In my first time reading them, I said, oh no. Mm-mm. Hallie, how you feeling about this case with Dee 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 dee. She was green. She was young, fresh off the porch, you know. Excellent. Glad to hear it. I actually would love to come to South Africa because it's beautiful there, and I hear the food is really good. I hear the entertainment is good. I'd love to come. Um, Hallie is, she would love for him to have as little rights as possible. She would love for him to have as little access to baby Halo as possible. She feels like he will, like, she'll never have peace as long as she has to co parent with DDG, because as long as he has access to Halo, he has access to be a terror in her life, and he can do things very manipulatively. I think that's how she feels. That's why she wants the baby taken away. I don't think she feels like he's a bad father in the sense that he will do something to Halo, but she feels like Halo gives him access to doing petty and manipulative things to her under the guise of, well, I'm just, over here to get my baby. And, I think she feels like there will always be a way for things to pop off as long as she has to deal with him, because he'll do things and then just be like, oh, I ain't do nothing. I just came to get my baby and da 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 da. But I think she feels like she will be successful in this matter. He has done and said a lot on social media, him and all his friends. Last time I read them, I told him his friends were going to do more damage to him, and they have. They've been taking note of everything his associates and anyone who they can remotely tie to DDG. They've been taking notice of every little streamer that's come out and tried to gain clout since this situation has been going on, and they've been using it to show bullying through social media by DDG and his friends. And the courts will believe it. Now, I don't know what the outcome will be, but it'll be something that's favorable to Hallie. It'll be something that she's okay with. I don't think that anyone is innocent, especially two people in a relationship. There's no such thing as innocent with people. You just have the greater of lesser evils most of the time, especially two young, semi rich, famous kids, thirsty for clout, thirsty and anxious to be grown. You know how it is when you're in your early 20s. You are definitely the grownest that you'll ever be in your life in your early 20s. Even when you get in your 30s and 40s, you won't be as grown as you think you are when you're in your 20s. Because the first taste of grownness that you get, and it's going to your head. All you know is I'm grown. And then you want to experience doing grown stuff. Then you get on your 30s and 40s and you can't wait to be a teenager again. You can't wait to retirement so your kids can look after you, because when you really become grown, you never go around bragging, oh, I'm grown, I'm grown, I'm grown. Only kids do that. Kids that just came out of their parents' house and got a little taste of freedom. And they usually do stuff like Hallie and DDG. They're still emotionally immature because they don't have any experience to help them. Yes, I fixed my wig. Still emotionally immature, still very green. You can still smell the milk on both of them. Both of them. I remember I lost a subscriber or two with the first time I ever read them, when they was trying to, play games with the public about a pregnancy, when pregnancy's been pregnancying since the beginning of humanity. So I think women But Haley was like, no, I'm the first woman to ever be pregnant in the world. And no, you guys are lying. And how dare you talk about my body shaming me. How dare you people? You're evil, body shaming me. And look, body was just as full, had a gut full of DDG the whole time. And people weren't upset with them. People was just like, these are grown people like that get annoyed with kids. That get annoyed. Like you got real grown people who will get annoyed with newly grown people because they do too much. And then the real grown people just be like, sit down and shut up. That's how it was with Hallie. Nobody was hating or mad or felt like they wanted. At least I didn't. But it was like, girl and boy, if y'all don't sit down and enjoy this pregnancy in peace, because we'll ignore it if y'all will, but shit. Just don't say nothing about it instead of lie, because, anyways, pregnancies ain't hard to clock for any of you young girls that would like to hide your pregnancy. They are not hard to clock. And if you hide your pregnancy and people playing along with you, they're literally playing along with you. I can tell a woman that she pregnant before she knows she pregnant. Exactly. They started out gaslighting people, so why is it hard to believe that DDG is a gaslighter and Hallie is immature as fuck? Was childish, is childish, and they'll grow up. This is just young people. Young people making, life mistakes, learning life mistakes. That's all. This is no shade to either DDG or Hallie, other than the fact that they're both really green and immature to me. But that's the only bad thing about them is that they're green and immature. I don't think either one of them are inherently evil. I just think that they're both green and immature and had no business trying to be a family. But now they got some real life consequences like a baby and legalities. So, with that being said, I'll see my members at noon tomorrow. Good night, Samara. Good night, everybody else. I'm tired. But I'll be back energized for my members and we'll shoot the shit. We'll read a few things tomorrow. See you at noon. Love you guys and good night.